Hey team, this is Adam here. By now, I hope you guys have gotten your leadership packets already. I just wanted to take some time. I know you're busy, so I didn't want to call a big leadership meeting before we go. I wanted just to take the time to go over the schedule a little bit with you guys, and also a few pointers to make this trip awesome and no logistical nightmares, I guess you could say. So when you watch this video, if you want to look at the schedule at the same time while I'm going over it, that'll be most beneficial to you. I want to talk about a few things first. The number one thing is this. This weekend, because we're going, it's a spring retreat, and because we're going to an area that just is so pretty, is so relaxed, that's what I want this retreat to be about. I want you guys to be relaxed with the students. I want the students to be relaxed. I want us to have a good time there and fun, and just to fluctuate a little bit. We're going to get everything in that we're wanting to get in. We're going to get in all the sessions. We're going to get in all the fun and the games. But as far as the schedule goes, we're going to get everything knocked out. It might not be exactly on time for some of you leaders that have to be on time for everything, like my wife, for instance. Everything might not be on time, but we're going to get everything in. And if at the end of the weekend lives are changed and students have had a great time, and you guys have spent quality time with your students and grown in the Lord, it's a big win. Also, points of communication. We're going to be on the ball with communication with each other. Two things for communication. I want you guys to have your cell phones charged at all times. I'm going to send out a group text, and we'll just communicate through that group text the whole entire weekend. That way, there's no communication errors. And the reason being is the guys will actually be across the other side of the retreat area. It's a 5 or so minute walk. So if you need the guys or the guys need you female leaders, we can get a hold of each other. Also, I got a few walkie-talkies that a few of us will have as well. So we will constantly be able to communicate with one another and what's going on. So starting out, let's walk through the schedule for a minute. Registration is at 4 o'clock here at the Underground, where you walk in for Ignite service and those things. Tracy Link and Christy, my wife, will be outside at the registration table, checking everybody in. All the students will get their T-shirts then, because we want to get the excitement rolling right then. So we're going to give them their T-shirts. They'll be given a card as well, and you'll be given a card as well that'll have everything you need to know on it. It'll tell you who your small group leader is, what room you're staying in, what competition team you're on. It's all detailed out, so every one of us will know. During registration also, we're going to be eating dinner here. So after the students get signed in, they're going to be able to get pizza. We're going to have Little Caesars pizza for them. So they'll be able to get their pizza and get their drinks and eat during registration time. That way, by 4:45 or so, we can all meet together outside in a big circle, and we can pray and get everybody loaded up and headed out. While everybody's registering, male leaders, if I could get you guys, I don't want students to do this, but if I could get you male leaders to help pack up the bus. So if y'all can be here at 4, that would be fantastic, because I want to pack up all the girls' luggage and keep it separate from the guys' luggage under the charter bus, for reasons I'll tell you here in a second. Ladies, if you could help with maybe getting the students checked in at the registration table and getting the pizza and stuff served. We'll have the tables outside for the pizza and drinks for them to grab. But if you could just help make sure that's going really easy and smooth, that would be awesome. At 5 o'clock, we're going to journey out. We're going to have a charter bus. We're going to have the 15-passenger minibus with students on it. My wife, she's going to have her car. Tracy Link's going to be driving her van. Angie Keen's going to be driving her van. And I need one other leader to drive the ministry van that's going to have all the equipment and stuff on it. So we'll take care of that here in a little while. When we arrive between 6:30 and 7, I want all the guys to get, not just you leaders, but guide all the guys to help the girls get all their luggage off and get it into the lodge. The lodge is where the meeting place is going to be and where the girls sleep. So once we got the girls and their luggage and their rooms and they're heading off to do that, guys, we're going to take our luggage and we're going to either load it on the minibus or we're going to load it on the camp staff's truck that they have. And they're going to be able to drive our luggage over to the open air cabins. And then we're going to walk. We'll spend 30 to 45 minutes making sure everybody gets settled in good, get everybody going. And while that's going on, I have a few leaders helping me set up the lodge meeting area with sound and stuff. I wanted to do it early, but they have a group that's going to be there actually tonight into tomorrow, so we're not going to be able to go up early and get all that set up. No big issues there at all. Between 7 and 7:30, on the schedule, we have what we're going to do is do a large group meeting right before we start our first session, and that's basically we're going to go over all the guidelines for that weekend. We're going to make it kind of fun and exciting. Leaders, you'll be there too, helping with that. We'll go over all the guidelines, and then after that, we'll take a 15 to 20 minute break, just so there's a clear distinction between the guideline rulesy time and then when we get into the worship. So we'll take a 15, 20 minute break to get drinks and just take bathroom, potty breaks, and those type of things. And then we'll start our first session around 7:45-ish. During the sessions, we'll have a group game. We'll have worship with Brandon Laney. And just like on Wednesday nights, preteen leaders, you know this, just like on Wednesday nights, let's sit with our students. The idea here is that we're going to worship together. I don't want you leaders clustered up in the back sitting. I want you guys to really be in there with the students, worshiping alongside of them during that time. And then I'm going to be speaking that night, the first session on Friday night. After that, we're going to send them into their breakout groups. Leaders, you will have a card that tells you who's in your breakout group. And that'll be your group all weekend long. And so during that breakout group, I'll send you out a video tomorrow just training you on what the elements are in those breakout groups. If you've never led a breakout group before, you'll each have your own to lead and pray over. Another thing, after that first session, we're going to have what we call nightlife. This is going to be fun, okay? From between 9 and 11, we're going to do nightlife. And what we're going to play the first night, and everybody's involved in this, is called Manhunt. It's like for you adult leaders, you don't know, it's like a humongous version of hide and seek. You'll have two teams. One team is hiding, and the other team is at the base. And then the objective is to get the team that's hiding back to the base to win. What we'll do there is every leader and every student will play. So I want all you leaders to play on this to help out. While you're playing, I want you to keep an eye out on boundaries. We're going to have set clear boundaries for this. So keep an eye out on the students and the boundaries and those type things, especially for you safety moms out there. Also, keep tabs of the points and those type things of students, and kind of be the referees there. We're going to have like white strips that they'll be put on their arms to let them know who's hunting and who's not. We'll have some flashlights out there as well to help the hunters find their way around because it's going to be dark. You're going to love it. The students are going to love this. Usually the guys want to do more of this, and I find that girls like to play manhunt as well. After that, if the girls want to get done early and they want to go back inside the lodge for their own time, they can. Guys will not be allowed in the lodge at nighttime at all, at nightlife. So the girls can go back in the lodge and they can play board games and card games and do girl things. I'm not a girl, but I know what y'all are going to want to do. And that'll be after manhunt. At nighttime, here are the guidelines for at night. Between 11 and 12, I want everybody, the guys in their area of the camp and the girls in their area of the camp, which is the lodge. And from 11 to 12, they can go throughout the rooms and talk and play. They can go in the main lodge area and talk and play and do things, and you guys will be fine with that. And then at 12 o'clock, we want all of the girls and all the guys in their cabins, in their rooms, and have the lights out. Now, if they want to sit there, lay there and talk, till 1 or 2 or whatever, in the dark, that's fine, as long as the lights are out and nobody's roaming the hallways after 12. And this is exactly why I gave us all sleep-in time in the mornings, so that they could have that time. Because no matter how hard you try, some students and even adults, some of you adults, are going to want to stay up late. Just the way it happens. So we allowed some sleep-in time in the mornings for that. Saturday mornings, every morning, Saturday and Sunday morning, we're going to do breakfast. We're going to provide it, so it'll be at the lodge. Tracy Link is going to be over that. So if she needs you, she uses you for anything, just be willing to help her out in any way possible. All hands are going to be on deck for that. We'll have milk and fruit and donuts and cereal and just those easy things to do, and juices. And so we'll be able to come in at 9 o'clock. The guys will be allowed in the lodge at 9 o'clock to get there, to get and eat and drink, and they can do that anywhere at the lodge. The guys will not be allowed in the hallways where the girls' rooms are at all. At 9:30, you guys will each be, or most of you will be small group leaders. And what you're going to do is something different. Instead of doing a main session for morning, I want you in your small group to go out and do a small group devotion together. It can be 15 minutes, it can be 30 minutes. Which is great for relationship building. You guys will lead it. I'll equip you guys with the devotion. scripture to read and questions to ask and to pray together and just to set the day off really well. After that, Saturday morning, we will have our competition time. And this is going to be really fun, and I want you guys to enjoy it just as much as the students enjoy this. Okay? So between 10 and 10:30, we'll probably get started about that time. You're going to be split up into your competition teams for that day. And you're going to have 30 minutes to decorate yourself. You each have a team. We did superhero themes. So you'll be Team Event, like Team Hulk and Team Pink Ranger and Team Batman. And whatever team you're on, you'll have colored face paint. You will have colored duct tape if we can find it. You'll have colored cloth and strips that you can tie around your arms or your head or just do crazy stuff with. I originally said decorate flags. We do that with the middle school and the high school when we do fall retreats. But to save time and those type things, I want you guys just to decorate yourselves. It's going to be crazy. That way nobody's having to carry on a flag the whole time. And also create a chant. That's hilarious. If you can get your team to create a chant, leaders, and pull it off, we'll give extra points for that too. So create a chant for your team. It'll be really fun. You'll have 30 minutes to do that. Get hyped up during this time. Be exciting. Have a blast with your students here at this point. Okay, in between 10:30 and 12:30, we'll do the competitions. We'll have 3 games of Gaga Ball, Dodgeball in the gym, and a game called Super Ball out in the field. And we'll rotate every 30 minutes on these games, and every team, there's 6 teams, so every team will get to play every team. And you'll get points awarded for that. Now, at 12:30, we'll have lunch. So we'll break, we'll walk to their cafeteria, whatever they call it, and we'll have lunch. Lunches are going to be lunch and dinner on Saturday and Sunday provided by the camp, and it's going to be really good food. I've talked with them before already. We're talking about hamburgers, hot dogs, a thing called bird dogs, okay? And they told me what it is, and it sounds really good. Sunday afternoon for lunch, we're going to have fried chicken and mashed potatoes and all that good stuff. So the meals are going to be good. We'll eat between 12:30 and 1. After that, around 1:15, 1 and 1:15, you and the students will be allowed to leave the cafeteria and have free time until 2 o'clock. So you're free to go play Gaga Ball. You're free to go in the gym and play in the gym with the students. Just the only thing I say in this is I don't want students walking off by themselves. Reason being is not necessarily because I'm afraid that they might have boys and girl issues, but there's a lake out there, and I don't want any students going out there, and I know what I would be tempted to do is to play around the lake, and as long they can do whatever they want as long as there's adult leaders around doing it. So let's make sure we're all spread out in all this, and there's no students wandering off on their own. At about around 1:45, 1:50ish, we're going to lead all the people back to the main lodge to have our session 2. Session 2 and session 3, DJ will be speaking at. And I'm excited about that. So we'll do our games, we'll do worship, we'll have our breakout sessions. DJ will be speaking. The same thing with every session. Sit with the students, engage with the students. We want these to be highly effective times for the students. Teach them to sit down and to respect. And the last retreats we've had no issues with this. So really good stuff. Now, in the afternoon after the session 2. We're going to go back and have more competition time. This will be the last big competition we do. And if you've been to centrifuge camps, they do what they call a mega relay. So everybody will be involved in this. This is going to be super fun. It's going to require synergy for each group. Leaders, I expect you to be involved on the mega relay. You'll be given challenges to do. It's like a relay race of doing different challenges, like drinking a whole entire can of soda and having to burp, doing a dizzy bat around 15 times and sprinting down and sprinting back. Doing totally different competitions, and you will guide your group into who's going to do what thing. That's going to be really fun. After that, there's going to be free time till 6. So on the schedule, it says from 5 to 6, with probably a little bit more free time on there because we'll probably finish mega way before 5. During free time, same thing goes. They can go and they can do some fishing if they want to. They can go in the gym and hang out and play in there. They can do the Gaga Ball. They can do 9 squares. They can play football on the field. They can do whatever they want as long as you guys are with them. Okay? We'll make that clear. As long as there's a leader with the people, that's what we want. During that free time, though, toward the back end, encourage the students to, if they're really nasty and dirty, go take a shower, okay? If some of the students want to go take a nap and you're really wanting to go take a nap, then lead a group to go take a nap. Totally fine. Leaders, enjoy yourself at this point during the free time. Enjoy other leaders and enjoy the students during the free time. We'll have dinner at 6 back at the cafeteria. We'll eat from 6 to 6:45. There's going to be good food there. There's going to be salads for all you health nuts out there like myself. I'm going to have to eat healthy the weekend, and I hate that. But anyway, and then after dinner, we're going to lead them back to the lodge for session 3. Now, session 3 is usually the big kicker. It's the Saturday night. We've been there already. We've been in the schedule. And nighttime on Saturday night is usually when we have the most response to worship and the gospel. So, guys, be praying for this night. We're going to be encouraging the students. Dee's going to be giving an awesome message that night about the students surrendering their lives to Christ. And so, be praying for this time. And that we're going to have some students that are not saved on this trip. I know a few in my head right now, and we're really praying for a response out of them. And it might not happen during this session, but something's going to happen. We want to be ready and prayed up for that. After session 3, we're going to go to the biggest nightlife we have of the night. Okay, what we're going to do is this: we're going to announce the winner of the competitions that day, the winning team. And the winning team that has the most points out of the competitions are going to give a blind makeover to every leader. So leaders, you want your team to win, so you're not getting makeup on your face, okay? But it's going to be really funny. We're going to video it. We're going to send it back to parents. It's going to be hilarious. So enjoy that time. After that, the first part of nightlife, you see we're going to have nightlife from 8:15 to 11 tonight, or Saturday night. So during that time, we're going to have a campfire going on. Now, there's going to be 2 because I want the guys and the girls kind of split at this point. So the girls will have a really nice campfire. I mean, I'm talking like stone benches and a stone fireplace where the campfire is going to be. We're going to do s'mores. And the cool thing is I think that we're going to have the leaders actually, or the camp staff actually setting these up for us beforehand, so that when we get out there, it's already set, the fire's going. We're going to allow the students to get one s'more, make one s'more. We'll have some hot dogs too, they can roast those. We'll have some clothes hangers that they can use as skewers to cook the food in the campfire and have a good time. Now, after the campfire goes, for the girls, we're going to allow them to go back to the lodge, get in their pajamas. We're going to buy the movie Frozen, which just came out this week, and I'm kind of jealous about this because I want to see it again too. We're going to pop some popcorn for the girls, and you guys are just going to be able to watch a movie and do girl stuff. Even though the girls are still young and they want to do crazy, wild stuff, I think this might be good for you women leaders to really just have a good time with your students. If y'all want to do makeovers that night as well, we'll have some extra makeup around and have a good time with that. Guys, we're going to, after the campfire, we're going to have the option of playing manhunt again just for the guys, going to the gym and playing dodgeball, just doing some crazy stuff. We're going to be outside doing our guy thing. And then, of course, the guidelines go for at night between 11 and 12. We're back at our bunks. Girls, you're back at your lodge, spending time together there, getting settled in. 12 o'clock is lights out, but they don't have to necessarily go to sleep. Just the lights have to be out and have to be in their bed. I got on there at 1 a.m. Shut them down if you can, but have a good time and be relaxed with the girls. Just have fun with them. Okay, we're not there. We can't, if there's girls and guys, students that need to be whooped into shape, there's no way we can do that in a 3-day weekend. So just enjoy them, have a good time, make sure they're not hurt. Sunday morning is going to be the same routine as Saturday morning with the breakfast and with the small group devotion. The difference is at 10 o'clock, we're going to do our last session. This is going to be a special session for you guys. What I'm going to do is this. We're not going to be preaching at the students. We're not going to be doing worship. What we're going to do this last session is I'm going to have every single one of you leaders come up and give a challenge to the students, a personal challenge to all the students, and encourage them. Tell them what you enjoyed about them that weekend. Tell them why you enjoy being their leaders, and just really pour into them. I want you guys to really think about this time and take this time. It's worked great in the past, and the students need to hear from you as well, not just the pastors. After that, we're going to do an all-expensive. We're going to do an all-inclusive cleanup time. They have a cleanup staff that comes in after we leave to clean up everything, but that just ain't the way we do things here at the mill. We're going to leave the place better than we found it. So we're going to make sure that all the trash is picked up. We're going to make sure that the bathrooms are wiped down and cleaned up. Make sure the floors are swept if we can. Make sure the beds are made up, ladies. And we're going to pack up during that time as well. Leaders, get some of the students that you know that are leaders and let them be in charge of some of this so you're not having to boss people around the whole time. They're going to give us a checklist of stuff to clean. to make sure things are cleaned up. So that's going to be a breezy time. Usually cleanup for me is a negative experience. Think of ways to make it a positive experience, make it fun for the students during that time. During that time, guys, we're going to have all our luggage brought back over to where the buses are going to be loaded. Once we have all our luggage there, we're going to go and disperse and go eat lunch. We're going to have a hot lunch before we leave. And at 12:30, we're going to be done with lunch. We're going to come back, and the charter bus should be there. So we'll load everything up, we'll pray, and then we'll head back to the church to get back. Like I said, make sure your phones are charged and on. Mine died in Learning to Fall retreat last year, and it was a little chaotic there for a second before I could get my phone charged back up. So make sure it's on so we can keep in contact with one another. And guys, I'm excited about this weekend. I'll send out another video tomorrow, just giving you some tips and pointers about small group devotions and those type things. But we're going to have a great time this week, and love you guys.